right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Meet the Dog. I'm Chris. With me today is Aniela and our special guest, Sage. Sage is from the Bug Litter. The parents are Walter and Lainie. They were born back in July of 2017. Her siblings include Bumble, Basil, River, June, Lily, Sunny, and Oakley, who she looks quite a bit like. If we could get her on camera for a second. She's a little camera shy today. She went out as a pet. She's currently boarding with us for for a couple weeks. She's been a very good girl so far. Things are going well. She's getting along well with the other dogs. She's a very good girl. I personally haven't known Sage for very long. I've only met her the couple times she has boarded here, so I don't have too many Sage stories, though I do have one from today, which was I had put her in pond with Spock, and the two of them trying to sniff each other for all intents and purposes became the YouTube buffering symbol, as they just kept on going around and around and around in the same circle, just trying to sniff each other, neither willing to stop for the other. And that went on for about a straight minute. So I'm going to open it up to some questions about Miss Sage. Hopefully I can answer them. Any questions about Miss Sage? She does look a lot like Oakley. She really does. Have you met Oakley?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Yes.
Think Sage, but like bigger and boxier.
Mm-hmm. Definitely not Oakley.
Yeah. I've never met Bumble, though. Everyone talks about Bumble. I've never met Bumble. Any questions about Miss Sage? Let's go. Have you had any Sage stories from her boarding?
I do not. I have not been around Sage much. I've been just cleaning laundry.
Right. Barb V asked, does Sage remind you of any other dog? As I mentioned, she does remind me of her brother Oakley. Also, she weirdly reminds me of Nova. For some reason, I thought Nova was her sister. And I don't know where I had gotten that preconception. But for some reason, she reminds me of Nova. Obviously, now that I know that she's one of the bugs and is Oakley's sister, obviously reminds me more of Oakley, but for some reason there was something about her I was like, oh, she must be related to Nova. A fun fact from Crafty: on an overnight, Sage was the first bug to make it up on the futon. Okay. Barbie asks, does she like getting attention? She seems to enjoy it. I think she's still a little nervous that she's been separated from her family for a bit. So I think she's still kind of settling in a little bit, but she has been warming up to people. She definitely is coming to us more and more for attention. So I think she does enjoy getting attention. Yes. Crafty and Indy Dunes both ask who has she played with on the farm. From what I know I've put her with Spock, Fred, Riker, and I think Wallace. I think there was a fourth dog. I think it was Wallace. I know I've put her with Spock, Riker, and Fred. Have you had a chance to put her with anyone yet? Okay. Yeah, I know Sarah's put her with some other dogs before. I'm not sure which dogs those were. So far, she's gotten pretty well with everyone. There's a little bit iffy between her and Fred, actually, which was surprising. Once they warmed up to each other, they were fine. I think Fred was maybe just a bit antsy that it was a new dog that he didn't recognize. That had surprised me. You don't usually see Fred get antsy about new dogs. But once they were actually playing, they were fine. But the ones I know are Spock, Riker, Fred, and then I think I've put her with Wallace. Oh, Crafty says Nova is Sage's half sister. Okay, I am glad I have some vindication that she reminds me of Nova. Okay. Thank you for that, Crafty. Barbie asks, from the little you've been around her, how would you describe her personality? She kind of seems like to me, a bit more of a relaxed Nova. Definitely has Nova's kind of bark, but does not bark as much. Granted, that could just be her still being anxious and settling in. But she's been pretty relaxed, pretty chill. Once she gets playing, she definitely gets going and runs around quite a bit. But she seems like she's a pretty laid-back dog. Though as she kind of settles in, we'll see if she starts to come out of her shell a bit more. I would personally, at the moment, at the very least, describe her as a more of a laid-back dog. Just we are getting more of the lineage of Sage, and we're really getting to the weeds now. Now it is getting to that point where I'm not going to be able to keep track of it anymore. I'm going to give him a few more minutes for some more questions about Sage. We're going to keep it a shorter session today. But she's doing very well. So she doesn't want anything to do with the camera, it seems. It's fine. It's fine. You can be like the front man for Radiohead. Just not look at the audience. Alright, any last... What? Yeah, no, she's... Yeah, the first couple of days she was here, she was a little anxious about getting close to any of us, but she's really started to, like, warm up and, like, actively seek out the attention. Yeah. Barbie asked, did she bring anything with her, such as a toy? No, I was there the day she was dropped off. I do not recall anything being dropped off with her. Gonna give it 2 more minutes for some more questions about Sage. A couple more minutes. What? Okay. Girl, Sage, you're doing very well. I'll give it another minute for any last minute questions. Good girl. Hello. How's it going, huh? All right, I think we're going to call it there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Sorry, it was a bit of a shorter session today. With the older dogs, we love to have them here, but since I don't know them all that well, I don't have a whole lot to that I can really answer and talk about with them. But I'm glad we were able to get her on. We did just get a... we did just get a couple of last minute questions, so I will answer those before we sign off. Has Donna met Sid? Indy Dunes asks, how about eating? Was that a little less at first? She was... At first, I think she was kind of not eating so much. She's chowing down now, so there's no problems with that. I got one from NJR. I'm trying to read it. There's a... Has Sana met Sage and other regulars she knew? Not sure what exactly is being asked here. So I might have to come back and answer that later. But I think that is all the time we have, so thank you all very much for tuning in. We will be back with another dog next week. Until then, everybody have a good night.